Hey guys, thank you so much for calling in for our weekly Dreamers in Action team call. Just a couple things. I would love for every single one of you right now in the next 30 seconds to text a minimum of 2 team members, if not more, and just say, hey, the team call is now, hop on. I don't know a single person that isn't still trying to master the compensation plan. We've got great announcements, great things coming your way. So all of you, I mean, Alex, Mike, Megan, Jackie, Ken, Melissa, I mean, I'm just calling you out. Literally just text a couple people, your accountability partners, and just say, cross line your friends, whoever, and be like, hop on, you guys. Like, we start as a community, we finish as a community. There's great tips, great energy, and I really, really just want people to benefit from this. And we know live is best, and we know that the recordings just don't always happen. So if you guys can all just reach 1 or 2 people in the team and say, hop on, I'd really appreciate that. The second thing is, Rachel's going to do our team call tonight, and I know she's got great guest speakers, and I'm sure she's going to talk about the product spotlight. But I also want you guys to know that we have the strawberry amp bar that came out today. So those of you that have been loving the amp bars, the higher protein, the lower carbohydrates, it is actually supposed to be like a post-workout or something, or a way to do the protein pacing as opposed to our regular meal replacement bars. We typically, or before this, only had brownie and cookie dough, and the strawberry came out and it's awesome. I mean, I would literally be telling every single person in your team, hey, I don't know if you saw the strawberry bars came out. Let me know if you want help ordering. I would definitely go in and order. If people seem interested, remind them of other things. Just say, hey, if you're going to place an order, it's holiday season. Do you have your immune and zinc spray? Do you got your sleep spray? Like, are you taking your greens every day to alkalize your body? I mean, it is our job to educate people about what's in our catalog, not theirs. And that doesn't mean you're getting people, to max out their credit cards and you're forcing a sale. But if you don't have the education, if you're not teaching them, if you're not talking to them, they don't know what they don't know. And that's on you. I mean, that's a part of your income producing activities. So I just want to remind you guys, if you've got a team, if you've got 5 people, you can do this by the time you go to bed tonight. If you've got 50 people, do 5 today, 10 tomorrow, 15 the next day, but just let them know and constantly be reaching out. For those of you that have the strawberry bars, if you are, at Celebration or whatever, when they came out, I mean, do a video, place a post about it. I mean, show it, like, let people, taste it, feel it, look at it, not just an image. But I really want you guys to get excited about that. And I just have a couple quick announcements, and then I'm going to let Rachel take over the call. But first of all, Michelle Bina, who I'm so glad you're on here, $1,000 in the director pools, you guys. I mean, that's huge. And I want you guys to all think about what you could do with $1,000 right now and next month, or $2,500. And that's what's available when you get into the director pools and the executive pools. And she's consistent, you guys. This didn't happen overnight. Every single week, Michelle's getting on the calls. Every single week, she's setting up 3-way calls. She's connecting with people. She's overcoming objections. She's getting to events, getting her team to events. She's growing, and she deserves that and more. And I'm so, so, so proud of you. I mean, that is a huge accomplishment. And honestly, you guys, if it can happen to one, it can happen to all. And those leadership pools changed my life in the beginning. I just got off the 4-star and above call that we do once a month, and they were reading out the people in the 6-star pools, the 7-star pools, 8-star pools, the 9-star pools. I mean, Tanya and Jeremy, 1 month in the leadership pool, you guys, 1 month, bonus money to everything else was over $40,000. Like, it's nuts, right? I mean, that's more than what most people make in a year. And so when we say, like, it is important to get to an executive, and like get there, like, you gotta go. I mean, think about how different right now Michelle's holidays are gonna be with that extra money. And that's what's available for everybody. And it's our obligation to really talk about the opportunity with a lot of people and get them excited and coach your people and never quit. Be consistent, be consistent, be persistent, be consistent, be persistent. And the last thing I just want to talk about is, you guys know, I mean, I just got back from 4 days, over 50 hours of Tony Robbins, the best training of my life. I'm still on this personal growth utopia land of, I don't even know what happened to me. But I'm looking at things a lot differently, what I focus on. And the number one thing I'm going to share with you, but I'm going to be bringing in a lot of his stuff into the team calls. I'm going to take back Rise and Shine and really be, pouring into you guys, because I know everybody can't get there, and I want everybody to benefit from his wisdom. But the number one thing that over and 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 over that we talked about was where you focus, energy goes. And that doesn't matter if you're thinking about your relationships, if you're thinking about your physical body, if you're thinking about your isogenics business, if you're thinking about your health, it doesn't matter. But whatever you are focused on is where energy is going to go. So if you're focused on what you don't want, that's what's going to show up. If you're focused on what you do want, that's going to show up. But I've been asking all day for goals in my leadership thread. I have not gotten them from anybody in that thread. I got one person privately to send it to me, right? In our Dreamers page, I'm like, you guys post, talk about it. If you Google anything right now, how do I get my goals to come true? How do I make my goals successful? Number one, you got to have a goal. Number two, you got to write it down. Number three, you got to tell somebody. And every one of you on this call, or 80 to 90% of you, have reached out to me or somebody else and said, coach me. What do I have to do? I want to make $1,000 in the pools. I want to go director. I want to go executive. And this is the number one mirror that I'm going to hold up to every single person's face from here on out. Outside of IPAs, of connecting with people and following up, literally is, are you writing out your intentions? Do you have sticky notes up in different places? Are you consistently writing your goals, reevaluating your goals, and telling other people? And I'm going to tell you a couple things, not to press upon you, but to be vulnerable, to share with you that, like, I do this, right? Like, I literally do this, and I talk about it, and I tell people what I do and how it works, right? I've been writing out for months, you guys, months, the type of person I want to attract into my life, relationships, right? I want someone that's fit. I want someone that's family oriented. I want someone that's faith-based. I want, right? Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you know what? I go on dates and I can be like, next, because they don't have certain things, but more than like, oh, all these people suck. All of a sudden, people show up, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, they have XYZ traits, or they have XYZ characteristics. I'm like, you're the person I'm manifesting. You're the person I'm bringing in. And I literally have the most amazing person in my life right now that I've ever had. And I'm like sending him screenshots of every day for months. I've been writing this out. I've been writing out exactly who I want in my life, right? It will happen. So yesterday I'm coming back from the airport, and I'm going to enroll 5 people every week for the rest of the year, right? And I'm texting him. He's like, isn't that kind of a big goal? And I was like, yeah, I can do this, right? And he's like, really? I'm like, well, I don't know. But if I say I'm going to enroll 2 people a week, I'm going to get 0 or 1. If I go for 5, I'll probably get 2 or 3, right? So I focus it. I tell Rachael about it last night. I told Laura about it. I told Kisa about it. I text him. I wrote it down, right? And literally today, you guys have 4 enrollments. 3 out of freaking nowhere. The people that you don't even know are in your Facebook that are like, I've watched you for 4 years. I'm in your page. I literally have researched the heck out of the company, blah, blah, blah. Like, I want the value pack. I'm like, okay. I mean, our call was like 5 minutes, enough to get shake flavors and a credit card. And I know that that's because I'm focused on it. Like, my energy is so high right now. Like, I'm radiating. You guys can probably feel it. And that's because of where I've been the last 4 days. But you've got to set that standard every single day to show up that way. Outside of the focus, all he talked about was the state, your state. If you wake up and you're negative and you're watching the news, which is negative, and you are uncomfortable and your bank account's uncomfortable and everything else, and then you go surround yourself with people in the work environment who are negative, who are underslept, who are overwhelmed, guess what's going to keep showing up, right? But you have to go first as a leader, as someone who really wants to have a different life, who's obsessed with personal growth, who's obsessed with service. It starts with you. You've got to have a state of excellence. You've got to have a state of being, fabulous and being motivated and being happy and being grateful. And it doesn't mean you're in denial of the things that are not perfect, but you're not choosing to go there because it doesn't do anything for you. And so as we go into the holidays and people are stressed about money, I want you guys to think about Michelle's check, right? We're only talking about the leadership pool monies. We're not talking about her 1-star bonus. We're not talking about the director bonus. We're not talking about her cycles. Like, we're just talking about one piece of it. When you guys can grab how big this is, I mean, keep her story in the forefront of your mind so you can help other people. When you're walking around and everybody's sick, I was on a plane and there were more people coughing and hawking up lungs, and it's that time of year, and like literally everybody's got their germ wipes all over me. And this one girl next to me like literally tried to offer me antibacterial soap more than once. I was like, yeah, I don't use that. Like, more than once. Was really concerned that I was not using her antibacterial stuff, right? And I'm like telling her why I'm good with it. I'm not going to get sick, you guys. I don't worry about it. And I'm around germs all the time. I live in a gym and I'm around people, right? Because I'm healthy. I'm putting the best nutrition in my body. So why would we not tell people about this? So we go into the holidays and it's so easy to get deflated, and it's so easy to come up with a gazillion excuses, right? I want you to hold yourself to a standard of excellence of what this company has done. And I promise you, and Laura's on this call and she was on the 4-star and above call with me, Jim and Kathy and our executive team is not taking their foot off the gas. The things coming in the pipeline before NYKO is out of this world with more products because they're getting beefy up. The entire company is up 14% in sales right now. Like, they are bringing out more things, but we only get to those goals if we work together. I can't be the only person telling our team that we have strawberry bars. Like, I'm like, why? Like, everybody should be talking about strawberry bars, just like everybody talks about pumpkin spice. And if you don't like a strawberry bar, fine. Don't take that experience away from somebody else, right? And then going into NYKO, like literally our fast track call, Renee said, right now, if you don't have an NYKO ticket, hang up, buy your ticket, and come back on. And I truly believe in that, you guys. It's $150, the best investment in your business. Laura Stevens trained at Cepeda University, and she said, if you can't afford the ticket, have a garage sale. You need to figure out how to be there. And you guys, don't give yourself excuses. Those excuses are your why. Anytime someone tries to tell me why they can't be there, unless you're in the hospital or something major, that is your excuse. Make them your why and figure out what you have to do to get there. And I can say that because I got to my first event with less than $20 to my name, living on double pibs, praying that ISA card was loaded by the time I had to swipe it at the hotel. So I'm off my soapbox, but it's because I want the best for you guys. I really, really want you to be there. I want 2018 to be the best year yet. It's for sure going to be the best year of Isogenics, and you guys all deserve to be there, and your team deserves to be there. If you're hoping you're going to get one person to the event, go for 5. You'll end up with 2 or 3. If you're like, oh, I think 3 or 4 people are coming with me, great. We've got 6 weeks to get there. Set the goal for 10, right? Like I always say, I want 100 people at every event. I want 100 people at every event. I just raised the bar to myself today. I'm like, we're getting 200 people there. There is no reason that there should not be 200 dreamers in action in this team, right? We've got 5 6-figure income earners. Y'all do your part. You bring your 25, right? Like I'm committed to bringing 10 new people, but we've got to do this as a team. So with no further ado, I get to introduce my sister to the call, and I love learning from other people. You guys, Rachel's a 3-star Golden Circle. She's a part of Start 1000, which is a 6-figure income earner. Was the ages of 18 to 35, even though she outgrew it. No one knows because she's so young and youthful. But Rachel's journey is fun, and you guys, you're in a treat to learn from her because we're so different, and the dichotomy is just the perfect way for you guys to learn and be inspired. So I'm going to mute, and I'm going to let you take it away.
I can get myself unmuted. Thanks, Laura. And yeah, to say that we're a dichotomy, that's like an understatement. But it is cool, and I think it's cool to have the different trainings because you can see a lot of different personality types and a lot of different styles and find the ones that you relate to the most, and that's exciting. But at the end of the day, we are all super fired up. I know that about these products, and I have become more passionate than ever about making sure that we tell the world about them and get paid to do so, because financial health is just as important as physical health. And if you love these products, there is no reason on the planet that you should ever, ever, ever have to pay for them. And the sky is the limit in terms of all the things that open up to you. But so many people have no idea what's even available to them. And I think a lot of us, especially in the beginning, I know I was right there, was so concerned to talk about the opportunity or to talk about making money with Isogenics that I didn't tell people, and I did them a disservice. So tonight's call is to really make sure every single one of you know how to get back to the basics, to just help people eat for free if it's that at a minimum. But before we do that, we do have to share a couple of awesome testimonials and stories that we have prepared for you guys tonight. Give a quick spotlight out to our product of the spotlight, and then we'll dive in. And it's going to be a relatively brief training anyways, but get ready to take some notes. I have a PowerPoint. I'm going to try, if we can get technology to work, to do a whiteboard demo with you over here too, but also have your pen and paper ready, okay? But let's start first with our product testimonial. So Melissa, get ready to unmute your video so that you can speak to everyone here. You're still muted, hon. Bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you can press the audio button and unmute. Let me see if I can also just do it. No, maybe Laura, can you help unmute Melissa?
Yeah, I'm looking for her.
And if you press your video screen, bottom left, it should pop up, Melissa. There you are. Awesome. Okay, so Melissa, can you please share your product story with us all tonight? Oh, still can't hear you.
I don't see her on the call to even unmute. Oh,
with the red shirt.
It's unmuted, but yeah.
Huh? Why?
Hang up and call back in. Sometimes you have to do that. Just hang up completely and call back in. And
we'll start with Megan.
Switch to another story and come back to her.
All right, we'll get to you, Melissa. All right, let's switch over. Let's do the business story first with Megan. Megan.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
We can.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel, for inviting me to share my story. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Megan, and I've been using the products for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in February. And I started off just kind of like most, just a product user. My beautiful friend Alex introduced me to these amazing products, and I told her, no, I'm not going to do the business. And naturally, I just started sharing because I loved everything that these products were offering for me and my family. And all of a sudden, I get an email saying, you have an ISA wallet card and money on it. And so I call up Alex. I'm like, what? What is this? I have some wallet, something that they're sending me. Like, what are they doing? And from then, I kind of just started sharing a little bit here and there. And then she drug me to Celebration last, I guess it'll be a couple of years ago. She drugged me to Celebration. And from then on, it was like fire. It was awesome. So get to an event. Like, we cannot express that enough. Everyone needs to be at NYKO because it will change lives completely. So drag something. So since then I have been sharing, and now I get paid every Monday, and I don't have to worry about some of those crazy expenses that come up. A couple weeks ago, my dog had to go into the ER because he was a mess, and we had to pay $800 some, and it was fine. We didn't blink an eye because I was like, oh, no worries. I've, got all this on the back burner, and it's no big deal. So it has really been a blessing just for me and our family, so that we don't have to worry about those crazy expenses that all of a sudden pop up and are unexpected. So, and this team is awesome, and I couldn't do it without them. So.
That's awesome. Thank you, Megan, so much for sharing. Well, Melissa's still working on getting back in. Caitlin, can you hop out and do a little testimonial of our product spotlight, the fiber snacks tonight?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, fiber snacks. Oh my gosh. I am out of them, and they will be on my next order, but they are wonderful. They provide 6 grams of undenatured whey and milk protein with prebiotic and soluble and insoluble fiber. This is comprised of 24% of your daily intake of filling fiber. A couple things: they promote healthy intestinal flora, which balances out your digestive system. And it also supports healthy blood sugar levels by slowing the absorption of carbohydrates, which I just learned today. I didn't know about that. So they are non-chalky, which is awesome. They're delicious. They're gluten-free, no artificial flavor, colors or flavors like everything else. And they come in 2 flavors, the peanut butter and honey almond. And I don't know if you guys saw Kendra's little video that got posted, if you can add like a little tablespoon of peanut butter to it, or my favorite is almond butter. And they're just such a go-to for me because they're just a quick grab and go. They're great for kids' lunches. They're great for travel. Like we do a lot of road trips, so these come in really handy. And I don't know if like you're like me and our family, we get a little bit backed up when we're traveling. And so this is just a great way to just keep everything regular. It's a great pre-workout as well. And they're only 150 calories. So yay. That's all I have.
Awesome. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you so much. And you guys, the thing that we love about just the snacks to have on hand, whether it's the fiber snacks or the slim cakes or the whey thins, is that we just don't ever want people to go hungry on this program. And so we should always be sharing these things with people that they can just have in their purses, in their bags, on the go, so they don't feel like they're just drinking shakes, and they can have their goals supported and not make bad decisions, especially holiday season, this time of the year more than ever, before going to a party, to be able to just have something to tide them over and not have to, eat the whole shebang when they get to the party. So let me see. I think Melissa is back. Let's try it one more time, dear. If you can try unmuting, and we'll see if we can hear you. There you are. Let's see. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you. Yay. Go for it.
Because I'm completely paused on my video with a really weird look on my face, so I'm sorry.
You're good. We can hear you. You're all good.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, of course, my name is Melissa, and I wanted to say thank you for letting me share, of course, and just briefly on, you know, who I am and what's been going on. I've been a teacher for several years, and a single mom, at least by circumstance, and I've always pretty much done everything by myself, stressed out, overwhelmed, dieted, yo-yoed up and down in weight for years, but I could never really be consistent because my schedule and everything was always just crazy. And anytime anybody mentioned like meal prep to me, I'm like, okay, I've already tuned out because that's not going to happen. I hardly have time for sleep, let alone meal prep, really. And so I was like a big time like drive-through girl too, and that obviously took a toll on my health and my body. And you know, I just didn't have time to do anything healthy, and I felt like, you know, I wasn't working while I was going to school, and the cost and blah blah blah. But anyway, you know, when the first time I was introduced to the product too, I wasn't really interested, and I thought, oh, you only have to eat shakes, and that's, you know, not for me. You know, I guess I decided I'd rather be unhealthy and go through drive-thrus than listen to somebody tell me about something good. So anyway, my mom also has had some really severe health concerns. We've had a couple of scares in the last, you know, couple of years with her health. And I was able to pretty much do whatever I wanted when it came to food, eat whatever I wanted and stay the same. But then after having my kids, that's kind of when my mom got her situation too. And it really scared me because my daughter is 21, my son is 10. And I knew something had to happen. And I have a friend who got me in contact with Rachael. And I was like, okay, isogenics, here we go again. I was kind of annoyed at first, but because I was like, I don't want to just have shakes. But I was like, well, whatever. I heard they have really good flavors. I'll talk to her. It can't hurt to talk to her. And so I did. And I already felt good at the time that I started taking it because I actually had underwent a different procedure for weight loss, the gastric sleeve. And I was worried about what I was putting in my body. And I got the information. I tried the product. And one day I was at the gym and I looked at myself in the mirror. And for the first time in years, I thought, huh, my skin actually looks halfway decent. I thought, no, it can't be. There's no way. And so I asked Rachel, I was like, is that maybe? She's like, yeah. So I started to continue to use the product and I thought, well, yeah, I don't know. And so I stopped, hoping that maybe like I would still have those really good feelings. And I didn't. I was like, okay, I need this stuff back. And then also, it just made me feel so much better. The Ionics is amazing. The shakes being so convenient and easy are amazing. I actually remember a specific time, it was like either Wendy's chili or my isogenic shake, and I picked the shake because it was like saving me money and saving me, you know, my health. And I loved it, and it was fine. It's great. And just the convenience, the prep is like water and milk or whatever I use and the shake, and I can take it with me. It's really been a lifesaver. I love it now. I like it more than I ever have, and I continue to like it more and more every day. And I'm definitely a believer now and no longer the skeptic that I was at the beginning. So I apologize for my nervousness because the audio and everything didn't work. I was totally prepared prior to that, and it just threw me off guard. But I was trying to.
You did awesome, Melissa. You did awesome. I know it's always her. This is her very first time sharing, you guys. So way to go. Great job. Thank you so much. Don't worry at all. These are all people that love you to death, and we're just happy that you're feeling great. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm going to turn it over and we're going to jump into our training because like with stories like that, who would we not want to share this with? Everyone on the planet, right? And now let's get paid to do it. So I'm going to share my screen first off, and let me know if you guys can't see that. Everyone can see it okay? I'm going to take that as a yes. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to just remind everyone about our disclaimer that it is basically always going to come down to the effort you put in, the effort that you're going to get out, but the opportunity is available to everyone. All of the resources are the same. It really is just you as the only variable of whether or not this works. So I'm going to do kind of a high-level overview of some of the different components of how we get paid, and then at the very end, try to sort of wrap all of this back up together with a little real-life demo on a whiteboard. So take notes, know that the screenshots are here for you down the road, and if it doesn't all make sense right now, go back and watch it over again until it does make sense. So the very first thing I want to share with you guys is the product introduction, rewards, and bonuses. So with the new customer first, it's split now a little bit different of whether or not you're a preferred customer or you're an associate, but no matter what, everyone is still eligible to get those initial product introductory either coupons, rewards, or bonuses anytime they share Isagenix and someone gets started with a qualifying pack. So this slide, the qualifying packs that are listed in the left have a value of $10 associated with them, and all of the ones on the right vary from $25 to $150. So what this means, what happens is when you get started, when you share Isagenix with anyone and they get started with any one of these packs, if you are a preferred customer, you haven't converted over to associate to say, yes, I want to participate in the full compensation plan, I want to be recognized as an associate distributing Isagenix, but you're just a preferred customer buying the system, buying the products, loving them, but you want your mom to get healthy, you want your spouse to get healthy, you want your sister, anyone else to join you, they are still going to give you a reward, a cash reward for helping that person get started in the form of a product introductory coupon that you can apply to your next set of products with Isagenix. So you can see any of those packs on the left-hand side, I'm not going to go over all of them, but the list is here and you can always Google this, or the ones on the right are separated out. Not only are they a higher value for that product introductory reward, but they're also eligible for the double product coupon or the double referral bonus. And what that means is if you get someone started anytime between Monday morning and Sunday night of that week, 2 or more, all of those bonuses double. So let's say as a preferred customer, you wanted to get your mom started on the 30-day energy system, that top line, for $25 product coupon is what you're going to be getting back from Isagenix when you sign her up. But let's say then your coworker at work that week also wants to get started on the performance system, the one right below that. You would typically get $25 for each of those packs, but because 2 or more people signed up with you that first in a 1-week period, they're both going to double. So you're going to get 25 times 2, which is $50 for your mom, and 25 times 2, which is another $50 for your coworker, for a total of $100 back in coupons that you can apply to your next set of products with Isagenix. So anytime someone is helping someone get started on an Isagenix pack within that 1-week period, any of them on the right, if they've signed one person up, I am always talking with that person about how we can share with one more, because they're leaving an additional $75+ on the table to either apply to their products or as cash back. The only difference between all of this that we're talking about for customers versus associates is when you're an associate, it gets loaded to you on an ISA Wallet cash card, a Visa cash card as cash that you can use to do with whatever you want. Pay your gas bill, pay, at the grocery store, whatever, versus a coupon that you have to apply towards Isagenix products. Either way, who's not going to say no to that, right? Okay, so continuing to talk a little bit more about the double PINs, this is just another version or another way that you can see all of the ones that qualify specifically to that. And basically, it's any of the 30-day systems or higher that are that 150 BV or higher typically. And so there's a whole list, and you can see within any category, weight loss, healthy aging, energy, performance, we have a 30-day pack that works to help you get these goals, or to help you to achieve these product introductory coupons or cash reward bonuses. Okay? So the other thing to consider now is when you become a consultant. So if you decide to transfer from being a preferred customer to becoming an associate with Isagenix to actually get the cash back rather than just the coupons, when you convert and basically submit your date of birth and your social security so that they can just pay you the $10.99 at the end of the year for tax purposes, you now have the entire compensation plan become eligible to you when you become a consultant. And basically what this means is that you have now had at least 2 people get started with you who are active on your left team and on your right team. Now, a little bit of a change that has also come, I'm not going to go into too much detail, is that it can actually be the cumulative of multiple people on both of your teams, on your left team and your right team, who are ordering a total of 100 EV. So basically, when you go in to place an order, most of you guys would know, at the end it will tell you, it stands out red that says this is not a qualifying order if the points are not equal to at least 100 or more, okay? That's what is going to make you eligible to stay active and to be able to accrue all of the volume that is coming up through your team on all of their orders indefinitely, from the ones that they purchase and anyone that they enroll, who enrolls, and that you get paid on all of this banked volume. But basically, as a consultant, you have got people on your left and people on your right who are ordering a combined total of at least 100, and you will be eligible for the compensation plan. All right, so taking this, the first 2 pieces, let's start to put it together. So when you get started with Isagenix, I'm going to use the example of getting started with the value pack, okay? One of the value packs that you're eligible for the $80 bonus. Going back to that list that I had showed you earlier, if you take a look on this far right, the value packs are the weight loss, energy, performance, healthy aging, Isagenix and Rejuvity value packs. That's an $80 bonus, either in that coupon form or in the cash, okay? Let's say you got started with Isagenix and you got one of those value packs and you paid $559 to get started, okay? Now, when you share that same pack with 2 people, let's say in this particular example, it's Joe and Susie, okay? When you share with Joe, Isagenix is going to give you that $80 bonus, either in the form of the product introductory coupon or as cash for helping Joe get started. Now, let's say Susie also gets started in that same week. Isagenix is going to give you another $80 bonus for helping her get started with that same value pack. However, the cool thing is that both of those bonuses will double to $160 each. So instead of getting just the $80 for Joe, when Susie signed up that week also, now you have a combined total of $320, either back to you in the form of that product introductory coupon or cash if you're an associate. Hopefully you guys are following me so far. Now, if you have converted from a preferred customer to an associate by giving your social security, your date of birth, and you're now eligible for the compensation plan, when you sign both Joe and Susie up, you will also get a $50 rank advancement bonus for sharing with 2 people, making yourself a consultant like we just talked about. So you have now gained $370 back off of your $559 pack when you first got started. That's with 2 people, you guys. This is why every single person has the right to know about this, because that makes their pack, their value pack, less than the basic getting started 30-day system if they were to do this with 2 other people immediately and coming off the bat. But now, here's the cool thing. You don't want Joe and Susie to have to pay full price. That wouldn't be fair. If you got your pack half off or more, like, you're not going to make them pay $559, are you? So you say to them, who do you know? Who do you know who would love to do this with you? We know that the retention is there. We know that your goals are much more likely to be met when you have people in your own life who will cleanse with you rather than go to happy hour, who will wake up and go to the gym with you 3 times a week like you said that you wanted to, right? Who do you know? Who do you know? And when you help them find their own 2 people to get started with, Isagenix gives you another $100 for basically helping to pay it forward. So you get another $100 when Susie shares with 2 people, another $100 when Joe shares with 2 people. So on top of the $370, you're now up to $570. Your pack was $559. That's paid for, and 6 people have gotten healthy alongside you. All right, you think that's cool? Well, it doesn't stop there. You guys, when this happens within your first 60 days of becoming an associate, then you get another $250 just for doing it in sort of a time-sensitive manner. Isagenix really, really believes in the wealth creation piece just as much as weight loss, energy performance, and healthy aging. And they recognize that financial health is just as important as any of those others. And they are incentivizing you to help other people get healthy, to be part of this mission, and in the process, reward you financially. So at the end of the day, you end up with more money than you've first invested in yourself so that you can buy some new clothes and some new jeans if you lose weight and you need a new wardrobe at the end of the day. Okay, so basically what we just reviewed there in terms of stepping up the ranks and earning additional bonuses with Isagenix, that makes you a manager. You share, they share is what we now call make you a manager, okay? And when you do it in those first 60 days, the term is crystal manager technically, where you have shared with 2 people and they have shared with 2 people, okay? We're gonna go through all these rank advancement bonuses in a second in a little bit more detail, but let me give you again the high level overview. From there, we just don't stop, okay? Yes, $820 is a lot of money. $820 is great, but we don't want to stop at just helping 6 people. We don't want to stop at just $820. We want to continue this and continue this and continue this. So the next level of leadership that Isagenix recognizes is what's called director. And when it's accomplished or achieved in a certain time frame, it's crystal director. And along with that crystal director promotion is another $750. What has happened when you achieve crystal director is that you now have personally shared with 6 people. So manager, remember, is 2 people. Director is now 6 people who have all shared with 2 people of their own. And as we're building teams on the left and the right, again, not getting too detailed with this first training tonight, is that anyone can be on any side for this level for director. You can have all 6 on your right, you can have all 6 on your left. It doesn't matter right now at this stage of the game, and you will still qualify and get that $750 bonus. Plus, remember, every time each of your personally enrolled shares with 2 people, Isagenix rewards you with another $100 for helping to pay it forward. And so really you're looking at a minimum of $1,150 by the time you reach this promotion or this level of leadership in the company. And then the final in terms of the rank advancements and the highest level of leadership, but certainly is not where you stop, it's just where everything begins and when the money really gets exciting, is what we call executive. And this is when you have 10 personally enrolled people who you have shared with, or you've shared Isagenix with, who have all shared with their own 2 people. And at this stage, they do have to be 5 on your left and 5 on your right. At this level of leadership, you get another $1,000 bonus. And remember, another $100 for those additional 4 people that you have brought in who have shared with 2. So it's now another at least $1,400 that's available to you by helping 10 people that you know share Isagenix with 2 more people. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and just check the chat and make sure we're all doing good here. Okay, I don't see any major major things. So I'm going to keep going because I can't see you guys when the screen's up, so it's a little bit odd to be talking to myself. Okay, so let me keep going. Another review a little bit, and then we're going to go into the whiteboard drawing, and I'm going to check the time, 7:15, so we're doing good. Okay, so here we go. The rank advancements, you guys. Number 1 is consultant. You've helped 2 people join Isagenix. You've converted to associate. You've given your date of birth and your social. And when you help 2 people get started, you get $50. Remember, every single time you have one of your personally enrolled who shares with 2 people, you get another $100. We haven't talked that much about cycles yet, so I'm going to come back to that. But in this process, as you're developing a team and people are continuing to use the products and you're earning the banked volume off of the points that are associated with those products, you get what's called a cycle, which is where the residual income comes in. But when you hit a certain number of cycles, there's another bonus. And you can hit that cycle bonus twice for a total of $500 more. Then remember I talked about hitting Crystal Manager. You share with 2 people who then share with 2 people. That's a $250 bonus. And in the process of creating even more of a network, the likelihood of increasing your residual income grows, and you can achieve 10 cycles twice for 2 $500 more bonus money. That's $1,000 available to you. Then remember Director, 6 of your personally enrolled who have all shared with 2 people. That's within 120 days of becoming an associate. They give you 3 months. That's another $750 bonus. Plus, by this time, the ability to increase your cycle growth, your residual income continues to grow. And I'll just let you know that there's $2,000 more bonus money eligible just for hitting those cycle bonuses. And then finally, the highest level of leadership, Crystal Executive, when you have 10 people that you have personally enrolled within the first 6 months of becoming an associate, you get a $1,000 bonus, plus you can achieve 3-star, which is another level of leadership cycle money growth of a total of $3,000 more. You guys, this is more than $10,000 in bonus money that's available to you within 6 months of getting started with Isagenix. This is not chump change. This isn't like 10% off your pack. This isn't, oh, you get 25 bucks. We're talking about legitimate, huge amount of money that every single person who gets started with Isagenix at least has, should be informed about. It's their decision whether or not they want to take advantage of it, but it's not our decision to withhold this information from someone who could really, truly, tremendously benefit from it. And my screen has stopped. Okay, let me stop that for a second. Just by a show of hands, real quickly, everyone doing okay? Are we good? Okay, so now let me try one more thing in the end here. This is going to be a fun little example. And actually, before I show the screen, anyone on here willing to be a lovely participant with me and play a little game? Michelle, thank you. Okay, this will be awesome since she is the top earner in our leadership pool money this week. Okay, so what we're going to do is share my screen. Okay, you guys can see the whiteboard? Well, I can't see you, so I'm going to assume that's yes. Okay, so here's what I do. I'm going to go over the rank advancement bonuses, and I'm going to go over you share, they share, how I would draw this out with someone when I'm actually talking to them, okay? So, number 1, Michelle. Let's see if this works. Okay, can you see her name? Lauren, I can see you. Can you just give me a thumbs up? Yep, you can see it. Okay, so Michelle, she gets started, like I said, with the value pack, $559. So she's loving life. She's feeling great.
This is stellar handwriting, by the way.
I know. It's this little pen. It's my Isagenix pen, at least. And this is what you get with technology, but it looks better if you do it on real paper. But Michelle's living life. She's lost weight. She's got energy. She's staying healthy through the holidays. She hasn't put on any of that 5-pound weight gain or anything that comes along with it. And we say, okay, Michelle, seriously, Who do you know? Who would love this? Who would love the ease and convenience of the nutrition? Who could benefit from some extra cash? Like, you just got $1,000 bucks. Seriously, who could benefit from extra cash over the holidays to pay for their gifts? Who would love to have more energy, less stress, better sleep? I don't care. Anyone who breathes air freaking can benefit from these products. You know it, I know it. So let's start talking. Who do you know? Who would you love to share this with? And Michelle, who are the first two people that come to mind?
Well, I've already shared with my favorite.
We'll pretend you're brand new. Brand new. Who were the first two people?
How about my friend Janet? And my coworker Becky.
All right. And because you got started with the value pack, you're going to tell them, guys, hands down, you got to go for it. I know it might seem a little bit costly up front, but when you break it down, you're already spending 15, 18 bucks a day anyways. Are you willing to invest $2 or $3 more and really go big, go home, have the biggest bang for your buck? It's all returnable. You can return a la carte, whatever, but trust me, I've been doing this now for a couple of years. You're going to love it. Will you get started with me and try it? They say yes. Awesome. So when your friend Janet gets started, remember, Isagenix is going to give you $80 for helping her get started. And when your friend, what did you say, Ben? We'll pretend it's Ben because I don't remember, but Ben gets started, they're going to give you another $80 for helping Ben get started. But since you started Janet off Tuesday morning, we had plenty of time that entire week to find Ben to also get started by Sunday night at 9 p.m. Pacific time. And so those are done in double. Instead of 180, they're going to give you 160 for each of them. Plus, remember, for helping two people get started with any pack, they're going to give you another $50. So far, you get to subtract from your $559 total, $370, which brings you in now at $239 out of pocket, which is way less than the even basic 30-day system. But you don't have to pay that much for your pack. So we say that's not fair for Janet and Ben. So who do they know? And Michelle, who did Janet get started? Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to ask them. We're going to say, Janet, who do you know? Ben, who do you know? There's no reason you pay $559. I'm only paying $239. You should also get that same $370 back to you. They find two people. Ben finds two people. Isagenix gives you $100 for helping each of them duplicate and to pass this forward, pay it forward. So now you get to subtract another $200 off your investment, and you're down to $39, right? Then this all happens in your first 60 days of getting started. Not even 60 days of getting started anymore, you guys. The preferred customer, it gives people time to use the products, love the products, fall in love with the products before they decide to convert over to associate. Then the time clock starts. Then they get 60 days to find 6 people. Really? $250 more when that happens in the first 6 days. We got to add that now. You're looking at, yeah, it's not working so much. What is that? 200 and, oh, you know what? I forgot my $50 bonus. Oh no, $50 is in there. Anyways, if I do my math right, what did I miss? I messed up something. That always happens when you're gonna do this live. You should end up with $261 that you get to buy your new clothes that next time around, or to pay for your products. That's a huge amount of money for helping people get healthy, right? And I'll tell you right now, just for the sake of time, I'm not gonna go through the example again, but if you did all of this on the 30-day system, when someone's investment out of the pocket is $272, they still get the $25 PIP, which doubles to $50. They come back with $150 for 2 people getting started, plus you still get the $200 for each of your consultants that you've created and the $250 back in the first 60 days. That's still $600. So people are ending up anywhere from $600 to $820 for 6 people getting started. That is a bunch of money. And that's how you eat for free. Okay? Then I will start there, but then I'll tell them, okay, that's cool, that's great. You can eat for free, you never have to pay the products. But what if you want more? What if you want to keep going? Then there's something we call rank advancement bonuses, and this is where $10,000+ is available to you within your first 6 months of getting started. I just want to show it to you. I just want you to think about it for a second, if there's any way that your family could benefit from $10,000 more. And even if money isn't a cost to you, even if money doesn't matter, what could you do with $10,000? How much more could you contribute? How many more people could you help? What else could you do with the money? Because it's not about the money, it's about what you do with the money and how you impact other people. So would it be okay if I just spend 5 more minutes and show you this? Of course, people say yes. So I say, okay, when you get started with Isagenix and you become an associate and you share with 2 people, the first thing that happens is you become a consultant with Isagenix. It doesn't matter how anyone got started. Any 2 packs, as long as they're qualifying packs, Isagenix is going to give you $50. That's awesome. Hey, great money. Then, like I just showed you, when you share with 2 people who share with 2 people, you share, they share, you become a manager. Next level of leadership, helping duplicate the system. 6 more people have gotten healthy, and if that happens within your first 60 days, you get another $250. Plus, don't forget the $100 for helping them duplicate. So it's really a minimum of $450, and we got 60 days to do that. Then, one level up, as I told you, is director. You now have helped 6 of your own personally enrolled people share with 2 people. That's another $750. Plus, remember, it's $100 for each of the additional people that you have enrolled who share with 2. So you're really looking at a minimum of $1,150. We get 90 days to help people do this. And then you have your executive, where you have helped 10 people get started, all who have shared with 2 people. That's a $1,000 bonus if it happens in your first 180 days, plus another $100 for each more of those 4 consultants who you help share with 2 people. We're looking at another $1,400 minimum. And along the way, there's opportunity for additional residual income cycle bonuses that are going to occur, because as you grow your network and people share and they share with people and people love these products and they fall in love and they continue to order every single month, all of those bonuses will add up, and you just have to trust me on this, to $10,000 or more dollars, all eligible to you in the first 6 months. How does that sound to you, Michelle? No, thank you. I don't want any part of that. Usually not. And if anything, you guys, it gets people thinking, and you've planted the seed to the point that it might not happen right down the road. It may not happen, at the very get-go, but you've let them know about it. And when the time is needed or something happens and their dog gets sick, like it happened to Megan, or I know my good friend Julie, who can't be on this call right now, is in a horrible car accident this weekend, and now she's got a lot of bills, that you just have these unexpected life events where all of a sudden $10,000 may actually mean something to someone. $820 might mean a heck of a lot to someone, right? So that's pretty much the nitty-gritty, I hope. I didn't want to go too in depth, but nitty-gritty of the basics of the comp plan. Hopefully it was helpful. I will open it up maybe just for a minute or 2 and see if anyone has any last-minute questions, or turn it back over to Laura if you want to wrap up with anything for the night.
Yeah, I would just say that it's awesome. Rachel, I'm going to mute you if you have an echo. It's awesome. It's super, super awesome, you guys. And you can see all the different ways to do this. I've never seen that whiteboard app, but sometimes, like when I'm on the phone with people, you guys, and I'm trying to get them to see it, I'm like, grab a piece of paper and I'm walking them through how to draw it. Or we're doing so many Zoom calls. Like I have one of my small little whiteboards, and literally, you guys, it's like this. Like I'm just holding a whiteboard, doing what Rachel says. I'm like, who you are, who are your 2 people? Who are their 2 people, right? And I'm just drawing it. I'm holding it like this the whole time we're on a Zoom call. Like any one of you guys can do this. And Rachel, you did such a good job of showing the upfront bonuses, the short-term money, and then the long-term. But if you're looking at this, especially some of you that are new and going, I'm not speaking Iso-Latin, Rachel didn't learn this overnight. She didn't learn how to teach it overnight. You know, she's 4 years plus into this. Everything is in isagenixbusiness.com. My favorite webinar for you to learn, to master, to understand, and share out is fasttrackexec.com. TRACKEXEC.com, fasttrackexec.com. It's 10 minutes. People ask me the comp plan, boom, it's right there. You know, it's so easy. People ask about the comp plan. You know, the one I posted that Renee Schreibman did. Lynn Hagedorn has a lot of great ones. I mean, there's so much stuff out there that you don't necessarily have to learn this, but you got to understand the basics. And if you don't understand the basics, practice. Draw it out, figure it out, go back. I mean, when you go to University in Action, there's a whole day just doing you share, they share. But if you can't show people how to get their money, if you can't teach them how they're getting paid, they're not going to go get paid. And if you understand all the ways to get someone paid, you'll get them paid. And Travis Garza said at my very first event, and I will never forget this, you have 90 days to help someone make $500. And if you get them to make $500 in the first 90 days, you have a 94% retention rate. If you don't get them paid $500 in that first 90 days, you're lucky if they're around in another, couple months. I mean, every once in a while we've got those loyal product users, but most people are out within 2 to 3 months if you do not get them paid. So the faster you figure out how to get people paid, the faster your retention will go. So Rach, you're awesome. Thank you guys for doing this. Love the drawings. Thank you guys for your commitment. And please be clear on your focus, be clear on your intentions, your purpose. I want you to absolutely be rock solid clear on what is happening with other people and what this does. But I went to Top Achievers earlier this year and David Wood did the training, and there's something that resonated with me that has kept my fire lit in a way that it hasn't since I first got started. And he said, what was your life like before Isogenics? Actually, you guys do this with me for a second. Just close your eyes for a second, unless you're driving. If you're not driving, close your eyes. And I want you to think about what your life was like before Isogenics. All right? Think about what you were looking like, how your energy was, what you were feeling, how much money you were making. Close your eyes, you guys. I can actually see every single one of you. Play hard. Think about it. Think about, the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds you were carrying, right? Think about the energy you had. Think about the cravings you had. Just think about it. Think about the friends you didn't have, maybe the travel you haven't experienced, the paychecks you haven't earned, and go to that place. And now think about everything Isogenics has done, right? Think about the places you've traveled, the way you get paid every single Monday, the way you feel, the way you sleep, the pant size that you wear, how much time you have to spend with your family because you're not cooking and cleaning, like whatever it may be. I want you to really, really think about everything that has improved because of Isogenics. And when you, for 30 seconds, get in your head about why you would not share Isogenics, go to that place of what your life was like before and what it's done for you and why are you deciding if people want to do it. And if you guys open your eyes, the one question that was asked to us is, what if Jim and Kathy had gotten so comfortable they never came out of retirement? What if Jim and Kathy had such a luxurious life, they were in retirement, they never had to work a day again in their life, if they had not come out to do Isogenics? I was on 2 different calls that Jim and Kathy were on today. I was on 2 different calls that Eric Cooper was on today. You guys, not a single one of them has to work, and they do it every single day because they want to. They are awake late at night because they want to be, because they know what we do, that they want to help, they want to keep contributing. That all I can say is you guys have an obligation. If you're benefiting from these products and you're benefiting from this compensation plan, please don't get so comfortable that you stop serving. Don't get so comfortable. And I will be the first to tell you it's happened to me more than once since I've been in this. Rachel and I had a conversation last night and I was telling her some stuff for the weekend. I said, I've been very comfortable all year. I know exactly what I have to do that my business doesn't fall, but I'm not doing what I can to really grow. And not for me, but because other people deserve to be here. I want 10 people every month earning $1,000 in the director pool, right? And if Jim and Kathy are still meditating, if Jim and Kathy and Eric are still setting goals, if Jim and Kathy, spend time to have a vision for their lives so that we all have this opportunity, that we're a legacy company, that I can will this to the kids and grandkids I don't ever have, we all, I believe, have that same obligation and need to be doing that. So I say that with love, you guys. But please don't play small. Please don't get so comfortable with the things that are happening or so complacent that we stop serving. Let that fire light you guys so we can really, really go out, become the largest health and wellness company, and impact that many more lives. I love you guys. Make it an amazing week. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. We're not going to do a call next week. It's the week of Thanksgiving. Everybody's traveling. You have guests in town. You have friends in town. There's no call. So please have an amazing Thanksgiving. I am thankful for all of you, and we'll resume the week after, you guys. Have a great night. Thanks so much for being on. Thanks, Rach. Great job.